We have to get out of this whole Africa thing. Do you know that the Africa, the Afrocentric movement that we call the African thing now was started in 1800s Europe in a place called the African Heritage Foundation by white people in the 1800s in England, chartered in England. Why is this? And it is the synthesis of the blueprint of what we go by with African-centered consciousness. They did this because they wanted to make a non-global black man that is only based on a continental aspect of Africa. You see what I'm saying? Now, they know this. They have a special on the Ovation channel that the Moors introduced into Europe the orange. Now, do they have oranges growing in Africa? Huh? Do they do? What part? Huh? Or what? Now, because I'm trying to say, because that's why I was asking the question, because I asked it in New York. I know they got a tangerine type of thing over in Asia, but they said they introduced it in this particular one, this orange, into Europe. And so I was trying to ask the question, whether did it come from Africa or did it come from the Americas? You see what I'm saying? It's just like they found tobacco in Ramesses' gut. And so Ivan Van Sertima had told the guy when they said they found the tobacco, I think it was Diop had talked about it. That they found the tobacco, and Ivan Van Sertima said, well, go back and find out, because they do have a tobacco that grows in Africa. So he said, well, go back and find out whether it was this particular tobacco or whether it was the one from the Americas. He said, now, the first thing they're going to do, if it's the African tobacco they found, they're going to tell you. Because they want you to say, well, y'all, ain't no big deal, it grows in Africa. But he said, if they don't tell you, they don't mention it to you, then maybe it came from America. He said, well, they never mentioned it to him. So what I'm trying to say here is, we are continental, global people. You go to China, you go wherever. And I'm not saying that Africa is not significant, but I'm saying here is we negate the whole Olmec society. You see what I'm saying? And temples that's in the Grand Canyon and all of this American stuff. Why did they find the Stela of Akhenaten in Oklahoma 30 years before they even knew Akhenaten existed? So the thing about it is the African Heritage Foundation that was in Africa, that was chartered by white people and all white people, is that they wanted to shut down and to make a non-global black man. So you have to be aware of that. We have to look at this thing not only as Africa, but we have to look at this thing as a global people. Because the mysteries are global. See where I'm coming from here? You see, so that's it. What's that, brother?
If I might add, it sounds like you're saying that they made a black man on paper like the straw man.
Basically, yeah.
A black man on paper.
Well, it was, yeah, like in what kind of, the whole aspect of the black man that they want you to perceive that you are. You see what I'm saying? They perceive